Oh my God, I was talking to myself. Good morning, guys. Like, I literally was describing my trade and everything as it was happening, and it was on mute. It was absolutely on mute. That is very, 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 very sad. So I bought this W pattern on the 5 minute at open and the bounce off the 50 and the 20. And I took the profit because I'm worried that at any minute it could be sold down. But it was a good trade, right? So I know I'm not I'm not in the top 5 yet. I do know that one of the guys from the top 5 who was leading, I think he was second yesterday, lost his account last night. So that's nice. I'm on my way into the top 5. But yeah, I mean, a quick 1% trade on the open, that was nice. I'm going to look at fading today just to show something different and not just do the same thing all the time. So I'm going to mark out dollar, euro USD, and we're going to scalp a bit. We're going to find some levels to do it. I hope that the dollar doesn't get too volatile during the session, because then it might be problematic. But we're going to start off. We're not doing 25 lots. Let's say I have a max of 5 lots I'm allowed to use. I'm going to use 1 lot at a time. Pardon me. And I am going to start scalping, basically, using fading. Top 5 out of everyone on a live account? No, top 5 people who are in the challenge. The MFF versus trader. Volatility is low at the moment. Man, I mean, this was like over 100 points, right? That's 200 points. It's very volatile. 1 second. I'm gonna reply to a text message. One concern I have is that the move from this will continue. That's why I took my profit on that trade there. But euro, dollar, yeah, I'm gonna try and fade it. So what I'm going to look for to open my first trade is some form of pullback. I think we're going to look for longs because of the trend analysis. We're going to wait for pullback. I may have just missed one. So whenever the lower time frames showing the opposite, I'm going to go with the 5-minute direction until the 5-minute direction changes. But I saw someone with negative balance. He had the equity. He had 2 USD JPY trades that were like crazy good. Right. So let me measure the range here for Euro US dollar. You got 10 pip range, right? So what I'm going to look to do, I'm going to actually set a limit and put a buy limit in here. I'm going to move it back to there. And if this triggers, then it's either going to bounce my way, or I will look to fade the move against me, so that when it does bounce, I will have the profit, right? I'll add stops when the trade's executed, because I like to drag them. The whole putting in numbers thing now is a bit monotonous for me. If your drawdown is above 5% of the account, but you did close it with profit later, is that a violation? Yes, if the violation happened before the profit, of course. Otherwise, you're just sort of getting lucky, right? We did have some people as well with daily drawdown issues where they broke the daily but didn't understand why they broke it. It's frustrating, but yeah. The best thing to do is just not go near your daily drawdown, right? Sorry, I sort of, because of the dollar situation, this share market is quite interesting to me. That's why I looked at it. So I have my limit in. What I'm trying to do is to get executed, and then if it goes further than my executed trade, add a little bit more until I have a max amount of 5 lots in that trade. That's what my goal is. The problem that we're gonna have right now is I think that I missed the fade opportunity. I think that it will probably head up from here. Fading is just dollar cost averaging, kinda, but you're looking to, so dollar cost averaging is kind of like a random execution. What you're looking for is pullbacks, and you're sort of covering in the pullback, right? Outlook on US 30 and gold. US 30 is a little bit volatile at the moment, obviously. It's probably going to continue heading up. Oh my god, I'm getting notifications. I hate that. It's probably going to head up based on just the price action right now. The problem I'm having is that the news hasn't changed, so they may push it down, push it up, push it down, push it up. Like, I bought the open because of this pattern, and I banked 1 and a bit % on it. But if I had held the trade and not taken my profit pretty close to the top of this bar, I would have gotten swung out into a stop loss, and that's because it's too wide right now. How to join for competition. We will announce the next round on Friday. We'll announce it, and then you'll be able to sign up when we announce it. It's going to change a little bit, but yeah, we'll announce it. Sorry. So the expectation right now for Euro USD for me is it's going to head up. However, I'm a little concerned about what I'm doing today because of the volatility that's happened in the market, right? For the person who asked about gold is still rejecting that zone, so downward is a more likely scenario for gold today. Probably down here somewhere to 1762-ish, 63-ish. Yes, Jimbo, but what you'd do is you'd only fade a certain amount of trades based on what the market is doing, right? So if the market is just drifting, you don't add more positions. You're looking for like a spike down and that type of thing to fade it out. So sorry, I got a message. So if, for example, this trade executes and it doesn't continue down on the same bar, which I'd say is on the 5-minute bar, right? And it doesn't continue down and then pull back with the wick, I'm not going to open another trade. But if the wick happens, then I'm going to open another trade to increase my size. Why put a buy limit there? Because if I enter the market, then I am going to be chasing the market, and I don't want to chase it because you guys got cranky at me for chasing it before. Can evaluation phase 1 and 2 both be passed in 20 trading days? Yes. Well, if EU hits your buy, and since EU and XU in gold are sort of correlated, it should work out well for my short on gold. I think short gold is a good play, just in general, even ignoring everything else. See, yeah. If I buy now, I'm chasing it, right? But the buy is the move. So, what to do? Maybe I need to pick a faster pair. Let's zoom in a little bit. So, what happens to everybody that passes phase 1 on leaderboard? Only the person who comes first gets a prize, and currently that person's actually on a live account, so they'll get a free 100K evaluation. When you have a live account, can you pay to reset it if no violation? No, you can't. Hi, Couch. I assume you mean Coach. How is your week looking so far? So far, I mean, trading week has been good. Obviously, I'm up finally, so that's great. But company-wise, things have been a bit rough, but we're getting there. What do you think is the best method to pass the challenge? It's a little bit difficult to say. If you can be consistent, like, so for example, this account that I'm trading right now, when I finish trading it, it will be 10 trading days. Right? So that would mean that right now I'm at 2%. Let's say that I had, for the rest of this week, I have two more good trades, then I would be at like 4 or 5% return. I only have 3% more to get to pass. So I guess the best lesson is to make sure that you stay in the game and pass over time. You don't need to do it so fast. Can someone volunteer to be in the challenge? Yep, you'll be able to. We don't use GoDaddy servers. We use their domain hosting. We use Microsoft Azure for our website service. So the problem was with the website that we actually hit a record on sales, and there was a database issue. So the database sort of crashed as so many inputs were coming in at the same time. So that had to be resolved, and it's now been resolved. We are a little bit worried that if we grow like we have for the last few months, next month it probably will happen again. So we're trying to mitigate that now to make sure it doesn't happen again. But it's a good problem to have, but a bad problem to have, right? I was down, according to Yavuz, I was down about 8% on this account. So I can't remember off the top of my head, but I was down pretty bad. But I made it back. So it only took me 2 trades to get back, right? You're on the leaderboard, 5th place. Ah, okay. I checked out your account today. Congratulations. Well done. Keep it up, actually. All the guys that are on the leaderboard, I mean, one of them fell off today. They lost their account. It was a live account. But all the others seem to be doing quite well. And I'm happy for that, right? It doesn't look like I'm going to win. So best be happy for those who do, right? Hey man, what is the situation on phase 1 evaluation? If you finish in profit but do not hit 8%/4% respectively, will you get a free retake? Yes, you will get a free retake. If you're on phase 1 as well and you've got good risk management and you just need some more time, we will extend as well if you request it. And I risk about 1% per trade. My total risk on this account was 2.5%. My first time joining your live. I'm currently on accelerated account, doing very well. Got my first payout last week, and I want to say thank you to you and MFF. That's great, Jason. I'm very appreciative of your feedback. I do appreciate it, especially with all the stuff that's been going on. It must hurt losing a live account. Yeah, so much so that people who do generally go and spam that we're some sort of scam or something. Could you share your trading experience, your journey? My journey is kind of two-sided, right? So you have trading, like trading, as you guys know, trading, and then you have trading like brokerage and desk trading. I've done both at the same time. So when I first finished school, I was going to become a chef. But I was a math student in general, and if you have good grades in math, it's pretty easy to get a job in a broker or a bank. And after being a chef for about 8 months, I got tired of the hardcore work hours for very little pay, and I applied for a desk job in Sydney, Australia, as a floor trader for a wholesale FX company. So basically I was executing for companies who were doing cash exchange and getting them best rates, and nothing too special. There wasn't much speculation in it. That job I interviewed for, I didn't get it originally, but the guy who got it didn't show up on the first day, and then they called me, and that was my luck. About 6 to 8 months into that job, I was the leading sales trader there, and I got an award, and from there I got poached by another company, and that was my first move into like the MetaTrader 4 retail Forex trading companies. From there I became the CEO of a company that you guys probably know, but I'm not willing to divulge. I was moved into Asia to expand their business, did quite well, got tired of it, moved back to Australia, did institutional sales for a broker, like as a like a temporary job, and that's another broker that you probably know. And then I was the CEO of another broker, which probably isn't one that you know because it's more institutional. And then I opened my own broker, which I sold a few years ago and moved to the United States when I got married. And now I'm MFF But the whole time I was trading myself, and when I was out of work, or not out of work, but chose not to work, I was trading. So, yeah. The 10 trading days thing is going to stay because we have tested it. More people fail if we remove it because they take different risks. Any discount code for accelerated? Nope. Do you think you guys would remove the 10 trading days? Nope. It might have been asked already, but can you use EA on eval and further? Yes, you can use an EA on evaluation. It can't be a cheating one, so no tick scalping, no arbitrage, that type of stuff. But yeah. Where in Asia did you live? I lived in Malaysia, China, South Korea. And for a little while I was in Indonesia too, but Indonesia was like temporary, it wasn't living. What was your broker? Not telling because that will dox myself. Do you learn different strategies from the brokers? Not really. I learned different strategies from the traders who are in the database, and then kind of found what worked for me. I've tried a lot of different things over time. SMC or traditional retail, based on your experience, which is better? SMC is retail. Like, I don't understand the difference. Can I link my MFF accelerated account to an MFF evaluation account? Do I need to seek approval first before doing it? Is that using a copier? If you're using a copier, you can use it. It's fine. Sorry, can you explain this to me? Yunam, what is it that you want explanation for? Because I've said a lot of things, so you might have missed a few things, right? I think I'm gonna move my limit to the 50 there. Yep. Yeah, so copiers are fine. That's no problem at all. Sorry, Is it nice living in Malaysia? The weather is definitely the opposite of what I'm used to, because I'm used to dry, hot environments, and it is very wet in Malaysia. And I used to have monkeys all the time in my yard, which I liked because I had a rambutan tree or whatever. But yeah, can't say that I enjoyed Malaysia too much because of the rain and the humidity, and I just don't handle humidity very well. I was trying to explain how prop firms mitigate. Does the broker have access to quick data quicker than us? So say that we short gold, they're a split second earlier, and then you can hedge. No, we need your order in order to hedge. We can get a better price. Like, there's a way that you can send out a message requesting a better price than what you get, but other than that, what you order is what you get, basically. Traditional retail SMC is difficult. I guess it depends on the trader, right? Oh wow, I'm from Malaysia. Oh cool. Can I trade 600k in a single account? No, 300k per account is the max. You can have two 300k accounts and then use a copier, but the reason for that is we need to chop up the order sizes. If we give you 600k and 1-to-100 leverage, you can open orders that are too big and it will move the market. Let me rephrase. Flags break and retrace wedges or higher time frame bias, lower time frame execution, liquidity market structure. I mean, harmonics, for example, harmonics are less, they have a lower probability of success than if someone is really well tuned in the teachings of SMC. But the issue is that the majority of people, from what I can see, who use SMC are not well versed in it. I guess that was they're making a lot of mistakes and they're over trading. So the probability of success kind of balances evenly. Can I trade 600k in a single account on challenge? No, you cannot. You can merge the accounts when it's live. What was your experience living in China, bro? I was in Beijing and I did a project there. It was difficult, but I saw a lot of nice things. A lot of nice things. But day-to-day life was very difficult. If I lose a live account, does that count towards my max of 600k? No, max 600k is active accounts. You can have over time as many accounts as you want, but at one time you can have max 600k. Are you using ICT? I don't know what ICT is. Unfunded 100k account. If you ended up your month in a negative but didn't violate any rules, are you starting the next month with a clean 100k account? No, because you've lost money. You have to make it back. And it's new. SMC gained popularity within a year or two. That's for non-veteran ICT students. Okay. Will MFF teach any strategies? We're building an academy. It won't be teaching strategies, just tools in order for people to build their own strategies to fit their own profiles. That's because you need another confluence with harmonics that can't be traded alone. That's where traders get caught up. Yep. Agreed. You need to increase the probability of success with harmonics by using confluence, and that is the same with pretty much every strategy. How to copy trade the two separate 300k account, please. There are plenty of trade copiers available for purchase somewhere on the internet. We don't provide them, but you can probably find some. Someone might be able to help you out in the chat. Will you improve the MFF account analyzer dashboard? Yep. I'm currently, the first step is we're going to reskin it and reorganize it so that it's easier on the eyes. And then we're going to start adding many features to it. We have looked at, for example, the FIVEs and FTMOs, and we want to do something as good as or better than them, but they have raised the bar pretty high. So if we can get something as good as them, we'll be very happy. How can a 600k account move the market? EU daily volume is 2 trillion. If you have 600k and 1 to 100 leverage and you open 1,000 lots in one click, you will move the market, because the top of the order book, despite there being 2 trillion in volume, is only $10 million. And that's $10 million to split between however many thousand people are trying to hit that price. Hi, I am from Somalia. Hello. When I get the live account for the Rapid account, and also how much balance do I am trading at that time? You get the Rapid live account when you've made profit over 3 months, I think. I'm not really involved in Rapid accounts, so I'm not very familiar. Yavuz, are you there? Can you help out Mohammed Abdul, please? I'm not entirely sure what he's asking, but I believe it's about the Rapid live account transition from demo. Are we allowed to trade using VPS? Yes, you are. Why not maxing to 400k in a single evaluation account instead of 300k? It's possible, but it would depend on your trading style. We're not all John Moulton that can play with 1,000 lots. Well, if you're in the Discord and you saw me post the details of that gambler, he did 10,000 lots in a day, and that was pretty harmful. It was problematic. Let's just say that, problematic. That's the word I want. Will you hire a psychology expert for us trader to talk to when we need to adjust our psychology? No, but we probably will do mentoring, something a little bit more practical than the psychology. So I have spoken to many traders in our database who've reached out and asked for some help. Generally, the problem is not psychological where your psychiatrist can fix it. It's more a knowledge gap in understanding. So if someone who knows what they're doing can sort of point you in the right direction, that's better. The psychology thing, right? So I worked at Propex, and they had a mentor system with a senior trader, and that was better than having someone say, well, you know, your feelings really do matter, but you have to get control of them. I want something more practical than that. You know, I don't want to say bad things about FTMO. Obviously, you know, they're doing a great business and they're a great company, but I don't see the point in it, especially given that it's not an in-person thing. If you're in the same room as someone, maybe it would be useful, but I don't think it's useful when someone's on the other side of the planet. But more of a mentor, let me analyze your trading and see where you're going wrong type thing, I think is better. Highest payout, and does anyone have 600K account? I don't know. Actually, I know that there are a bunch of 300K accounts, which is the max per account. Wyckoff and ICT don't work. He even said not to use the two. I didn't say that. George, you said it's possible to request a freeze on evaluation account for an amount of time. Oztab, I don't know which support member told you that, but they are incorrect. Let me find out where that is. I will definitely let Yavuz know right now, actually. All right, that's done. Not a question, just a statement. I really hope soon. MFF, that's the only block for me to try. So I had a meeting with MetaQuotes this morning before this stream, and MT5 is definitely coming very soon. It was Connor. Okay, we'll correct him. Sorry, man. By the way, can you help me with this? So say a trader is looking on average of 5% return per month. Should they aim for 8% to average out, or just stop at 5%? Not sure what the best strategy is. Go with the 5%. If you need an extension, we give it to you. I saw my order executed, so I'm gonna probably go all the way down here. Yeah. Mentorships in terms of one-on-one in which there is a feeling of responsibility is very effective. Yep, agreed. What about C-Trade? C-Trade is going to take a lot longer. It's much more complicated to integrate it because most bridges only support MetaTrader products, so it's harder to connect liquidity. Any MFF merchandise coming out sometime soon? Which staff member are you? I am the director of trading, liquidity, and the platform, essentially. We don't really have titles, so to speak, but I am a director in the company. Sorry, I keep coughing. I don't know why. Maybe it's my cat. The merchandise, I know that Mertuza has been working on it. It's just really hard to do when you're fixing servers and stuff, right? So that's kind of where we're at. Did you planning other account type rather than rapid accelerated and challenge? Yes, but with the academy. And the people who aren't in the academy are probably not going to like the one that I am programming for the academy, because there are more restrictive risk management measures in it that help traders grow from an academy, whereas a lot of our traders, especially evaluation takers, want to go all in, and this will stop them from doing that. So there is a new thing that I'm planning to do as an additional account option, but it won't be for a while, until all the rest of my job is done, with servers and stuff. COVID? No, I'm vaccinated. I've been vaccinated since April. So it's definitely not COVID, that's for sure. I actually had COVID already, so last March. It wasn't pleasant. Pankar, can you message Yavuz on Discord, please, if that's possible? He'll sort you out, Pankaro. He messaged me asking if you could message him. Too much info, too many styles, so people jump from one trade to another and end up in limbo. Yep. What kind of trade do you swim, scalp, or day trading? Day trading. I think that's what people define me as, day trader. So right now I'm trying to scalp Euro USD, but Euro USD doesn't move, and I kind of regret starting it, but I'll finish it. I'm trying to fade scalp it, but it's really not moving much, is it? I'm watching the Dow too, because I want to see if there is going to be any pullback on it. So, just in case people missed it, we do have a 10% discount for evaluations right now. The code is thank you MFF 10, capital T, capital Y, capital MFF, and you get 10% off a new evaluation account if you so wish. And it's valid until tomorrow evening, I believe, unless I'm mistaking my days and it's not Thursday. It is Thursday, so yeah, tomorrow. Low volume after news. Yeah. I mean, the news this morning wasn't really important, was it? Not after yesterday. Any update on TradingView? So the guy that we're hiring to do that will start in a fortnight's time. Is trading crypto allowed? Yes, it is now allowed. We have to update the website, which is happening this weekend, to show that it's allowed, but yeah, it's allowed. So I wonder if they're gonna buy dollars, which is what they're sort of doing right now. Are they gonna pull back on the Dow? Hey Angelo, today's been pretty good. Hope your day's been good too. That's an interesting formation on the GBP-JPY. Let's take a look-see whilst we're messing around here. Oh, that was a mistake, wasn't it? So GBP JPY is kind of stuck in a range of some sort. It's actually looks pretty wide. It's 60 pips. It's tested that zone once, kind of twice. It could take another dive down into this zone. If anyone's short GBP JPY, let us know in the chat. Why am I buying EURUSD? This is not an analytical position. This is a fade position. It's like a scalp, but it's not. They're not big and they're not expecting much, right? Remember what I was telling you about GU shorts? Kinda. Can you trade crypto on evaluation phase 1 and 2? Yes, and live. You can. We on the website it says you can't, but you can now. We don't penalize anyone who does. Natural gas news in 14 minutes. I don't know how much that will affect my trading, to be honest. See, the formation on GBP JPY and Euro JPY, they're not the same. They're not. So it looks like Euro's actually pretty strong. So Euro JPY is kind of telling me it's gonna go north, but GBP JPY to me looks kind of bearish. When is the pizza party winner announced? Probably Monday or Tuesday next week. We'll announce it. Where we've started giving the $10 to everyone for the pizza. Hey Calvin, how you doing? What do you think? Is JPY going down today? I'm getting mixed signs from it. I think Euro JPY looks like it could go up, but I wouldn't buy GBP JPY. So when that happens, my trade on that is to not trade it, because it's a Euro GBP trade and I just wouldn't take it. GU 140 coming soon. Maybe. The daily looks terrible for GBP USD. It looks awful in terms, if you're a long-term buyer on that, it looks terrible for you. There's a head and shoulders, and if that breaks, see, look, in this zone here, this is head and shoulders all through here. That looks awful for anyone buying long-term. I'm selling GBP NZD, running around 57 pips on it. Do I have that here? I have XPD again. AUD JPY. AUD's been really weird lately too because of COVID and the lockdowns going on there. Yeah, to me that's bearish too, but I don't know what will move those markets, right? Excuse me. Because COVID's there, you know. Yeah, I mean, Australian dollar looks pretty strong against the US in comparison to like euro and pound. So maybe an Aussie dollar buy is in play for risk off. Nasdaq and Dow correlating again. And Nasdaq is like the cousin that you just don't want to play football with. But Nasdaq didn't fall like the Dow did. It fell, but it didn't fall like so aggressively. So I don't know if they're that correlated, other than today's open. But even then, like the Dow moved up way harder than Nasdaq. They are, I guess, correlated. Just the ranges are different. I'm trying to look at Nasdaq for like, okay, if it doesn't decide to be an up market, where is it going to stop? And I'm looking at this zone here, this price here, not that zone, just that price. I need to clear off some of the mess. Yeah, that'll do. So maybe into here and down again, or above it, pull back and then up again. But I wonder, it's a hard market today. You're short EU, okay, cool. I think the EU is not really going to do anything. I just got a text message saying, I take it you bought Dow this morning. I said yes. The market today is hard because it has moved so much the last few days. At least the indices, right? And gold as well. Yeah, man, if I was trading pound, then I would have looked at selling in this zone here on the daily, but I don't trade pound on the daily, so it's quite a lot of pips there. 300. Does the Euro USD have the same head and shoulder? No, there's nothing the same, nowhere near, not even remotely the same. I wait for 15-minute structure to break before going short EU. EU has been so slow. I had buys in it earlier but closed out early because it wasn't moving. Yeah, that's kind of where my head is at right now. The size I'm in is so negligible, but like it does remind me of treasuries really. Faded that bar. Now we're coming back again. I'll take $100 of profit or something, and then it'll move around and do nothing. We don't have crypto on the weekend because we are hedging on futures, and the futures not open on the weekend. Nice job, Costa. Nice job, man. I hope that it's lucrative for you. Do you analyze DXY? No, I don't. I don't actually have a DXY chart. I don't analyze anything that's not properly tradable. And dollar index, while some people do price it, it's not like properly tradable. It doesn't take into so much into the situation where dollar can be weak, but so can everything else, right? So that's the scenario with it. So it's not interesting for me, but some people do. Quick question: why does MFF Instagram page full of bullshit people? That's something Yavuz asked me the other day too, because he's now helping manage it. And I believe that before my time, there was a social media person who followed those people. So I will actually remove the follows. I thought that it was already being done. I'll let them know to remove him, because I don't think it was for any reason, to be honest. But I don't know who did it or when it was done. But it was definitely before my time in the company. But we'll get that fixed. You'll see that change in like 6 hours. But thanks for pointing it out. Appreciate it. I don't take it as being rude. It's a valid point, right? But it is Instagram. Just follow staff and maximum top 3 traders. I don't think that I don't think we need to follow anyone, to be honest. There are a few loyal guys, like some guys we've interviewed and stuff, who probably is worth paying it back with a follow, but that's about it. Like following other people, it doesn't even achieve anything anymore, right? It's not really, it doesn't really have a point to it. The old follow for follow thing doesn't work anymore. So, but yeah, I don't know who did it, so it wouldn't have been something that I did. I mean, I could close these euro trades and call it a scalp. It's not very exciting, is it? That is interesting, though. That is very interesting. Who has the fortitude who has the fortitude to sell Dow? The guy you interview is out there, happy flexing funding talent certificate. That's all right. If he's getting more funding, more power to him. We don't expect someone to only use us. That would be silly. Like, my motto is, if you can get funding everywhere, it's better for everyone. So if you max out with us, if you max out with FTMO, for example, or Fivers or whoever, if you max out with all of us, I'm happy, because it means you're taking full advantage of this opportunity, and you have more capital, right? So more earning potential, and you're more likely, actually, with more capital, to practice better risk management on all your accounts, because you don't need to take so much risk to make the money that you're looking for. So I'm good with whatever, right? If people have us and others, that's great. More power to everyone. All traders I know that flexed on IG have quit trading. Okay. Why wouldn't you want more accounts? Well, to be fair, we're kind of operating at capacity right now. Our website fell because of too much sales. So, I mean, I want more accounts, but at the same time, everyone should max out with all. That's my perspective anyway. And if you max out with MFF first, that's even better. If you start with us, and because you earn money with us, you then go and spend that money to increase your funding elsewhere, more power to you. That's the purpose of our company, right? And Murtuza will tell you the same thing. We're about getting you guys where you want to go, not so self-involved where we only care about ourselves. I do remember that cost us. But I think it went up first, no? Yeah, you're right, Angelo. People should be maxing out. I mean, some models might not make people happy, right? Because the models, like for example, some people like accelerated, some people like evaluation, and that's the way it is. Is there any way I can copy trade them? Yeah, you just get a copy trader. I think I can't advise you on that, but someone, like if you go in Discord and ask people for copy trader info, like some of them will help you out, I'm sure, because lots of people in our book are using copiers. So just jump in the Discord. There are a lot of friendly people there. They'll help you out. One second, there's a message. Search social trader choose, yeah. Yeah, so I think others use like a blue for it. I don't know what it is. I don't want to say a name that I don't know. So, but yeah, a whole bunch of people are using copiers. That's great. About Discord, yes. I gotta do one more day, then I'm gonna ask for the eval live tag. Okay. You can ask any of the moderators. They'll tag you up. They'll probably ask you for your details though. Can you imagine if this was a live account sitting waiting for $55? Blue FX? Yeah, I think, or is it FX Blue? I don't know. I know that one is a prop firm and one is a trade copy service. Both of them have blue and both of them have FX in their name. I recommend neither of them. However, they are options. I am going to close this because it's just not happening today. Small little scalpy, 20 bucks, pays for lunch, even though it's demo bucks, so I have demo lunch. Hold up. The prop firm blue mem for C traded to MT405 CMAM. I don't know, like I know C trader a bit, but my experience with it is very limited. Blue FX is literally the worst prop firm out there. Don't know them. I know the name because I see their ads, but I don't know anything about them, so I'll leave that up to your anecdotal comment. I'm gonna mute for 1 second whilst I send a voice message to someone, or to Mertuza, but I'll be back in like a few seconds actually. All right, I'm back. CMAM is the only reason I'm able to trade on MFF. Oh, okay, cool. Is that like because you trade C trader somewhere else and copy it to us? Is that the reason? Okay, so let's see here. Do we trade a bounce of this here? Is that an interesting level to buy? Since the fading is just not going to work because Euro USD is in a 4 pip range, and that's just not that I would be wasting your time and mine if I approach Euro USD again with fading. No, you don't need to do the KYC again if you already have one. Just maybe let them know that you already have one, and it'll be fine. I have to screenshot this. Let's see. Copying from IC Market C Trader demo account. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's good. I should call up Mr. Davenport and let him know. Thanks. Is that an airplane in the background? No, that's my other computer. That's a computer with the trading server on it. The trading server on it. I mean the trading server GUI, so I can see all the accounts on it. Not the actual server. That would be silly. That's what that noise is. The fan. Because I just did something on that server. That's why it sort of went crazy. Actually, I'm curious as to how you hear that so loudly. You can probably hear my earbud too, right? Mr. Davenport, he used to be. He might not be anymore. I'm not sure. I just know Mr. Davenport in IC Markets when they first started. Will you loosen hedging restrictions someday? Potentially, yes. Potentially, yes. It's maybe going to 5 to start with. Where are the broker servers located? Frankfurt with a mirror in Bulgaria, Sofia. Right. Okay. I need to think about that, right? I can't have all these noises coming in my microphone. I wonder if I can isolate the sound a bit better. Buyers on the ropes currently in EU. Yeah. I closed mine out. Yeah, I made lunch money with that, but you know, it's all good. I don't know if the Dow is gonna bounce back or not. It's kind of in a bit of a no man's land. Oh, it's in this area, right? So all this is all this. My equity on the challenge is 108k. What do you think I should do? Close it or going for more for no reason? Close it. and enjoy the fact that you've paused. Yeah, we're actually moving to LD4 too. So where FTMO servers are, I believe, ours will probably be right next door. Sometime in the next few weeks. Josh, it's inside the blue box. Is it your buy zone for USD? It is a point of interest. I'm a little bit concerned by the weight of Dow at the moment, like how fast it's moving. I don't know if I would want to buy at the moment. The 1 hour bar as well is a little bit scary, and I said this earlier. The one thing about buying right now is there's been proven to be a lot of sellers, so they could sell the living bejeebus out of it and completely destroy anyone buying. So I am patiently waiting to see if it gives me any sign. Yeah, the daily. So if anyone is curious as to what might happen tomorrow, if the daily bar closes above the 50 EMA at the end of today, I would expect the market to bounce back. If it closes below, I think that we may be in for a bit of rough time if you're holding US shares, which I am actually for my retirement. So that's not nice, but yeah, I'm conflicted on what will happen from here. I think we're at a point where the Dow has to decide where it's going to go, because it's fallen so hard so fast that we don't know, right? So let's just see how it goes. We kind of passed that, so we're going to look at this line here. Yeah, we're hitting that now. It's hitting the 50 and the 100 EMA right now on the 5 minute. I would be tempted to buy if it came back out of the box. Sorry. Sorry, I had to check something because there's someone who bought 200 lots of Dow at the top, and I had to make sure everything's okay. Is C-Trader coming anytime soon? No. It depends on your definition of soon, but hopefully by the end of the year. Even though even that is going to be difficult, but we're trying. TradingView and MT5 is more likely to come faster. MT5 is a new development from today because I had a meeting today with MetaQuotes, so that might happen. Nope. I think that the market is still a bit shaky. Yeah, I didn't have the guts to pull the trigger on a short, obviously. My Euro USD fading didn't really work, did it? The good thing is I got my long in, so I made a little bit of profit so that I have a buffer now. I can probably increase my risk. Do you get pop-ups or something when a live trader places some large order? No. I get alerts when a live trader hits a certain drawdown. So I have to make sure that, you know, liquidity is there for filling if we have to stop them out or something. MT5 equals king, it's so much faster than MT4. Yeah, the problem is the bridge technology is not there. Some companies do have the bridges. We've just managed to get our hands on one, so there's a chance that we can do MetaTrader 5 pretty quick, hopefully, anyway. Hopefully. Gold did bounce, but see, I called that. This one I didn't call because obviously I said it probably looks like it's going up, but GBP JPY, it looked pretty bearish, and down it went. Yeah, that's just my head and shoulders, right? I gotta remove that. Objects list. So, who wants to fill me in on why the pound is getting beaten the most? What is making the pound in particular the most heavily beaten currency? What trading platform do you prefer, Josh? So I learned on CQG, and I like that platform, but its features are pretty basic. It wouldn't pass on our client base because it's not pretty enough, I guess. I'm very basic, I guess. I like NinjaTrader too. And I guess I like MetaTrader. Like, I've built a career on MetaTrader, so I like it in its practical sense, but in terms of like functionality, it's pretty basic, and you can tell just by the sounds it makes. It's very 90s, right? The incoming mail, for example, that's very AOL, right? Did you catch gold going down? No, I didn't. I did say that gold looks short, but I didn't trade it. It has the potential to just sit and consolidate here and then spike up again, or it could come back down to this zone. It's got very blocky price action going on the hourly. So if you remember a few weeks ago, gold had this weird blocky range. It seems to be heading into that again, which is good for some, bad for others. Excel 98. On this computer, I don't even have Office, to be honest. On my server computer, I do, but I use that 365 thing. But hey, I used to play Snake on QBasic, so that's how old I am. The market has made its moves pretty much. I think that in terms of trading for me today, I think that I'm done. I think that, how much did I make today? 1.4K? It's not too bad. It's definitely not too bad. Do we have 30 trading days to complete the evaluation, or calendar days? It's calendar days, but if you need more time, you can request an extension. If your account is in profit but not at the target and you haven't done any violations. What game do you play now? I don't really play games much anymore. I have dabbled in Valorant, of which I'm very horrible at it, and I have been looking at New World, which is scary to get into because of the way that game works, and I have so much work, so I would love to try it, but it's unlikely because I just don't have time. But a lot of my friends from school and stuff, they're into games, like they're the original WoW players, but I don't have the time. If I had the time, I would probably play New World. Snake 2. Hey, I still have a Nokia 3315, so it still works too. It's just that no SIM card fits in it. I'm sure I could find somewhere. I wonder what they're worth now. All the old ones that are, if they're functioning. If you've ever seen the movie Wall Street and you see Gordon Gekko's cell phone, my father used to have one of those. Big brick that you hold up to your ears. Yeah, GBP JPY is definitely going down, man. You made a good call, Costa. I don't think that I'm going to end up with any trade more than what I've done today. Packed new? Man, that's like a good investment, I think. Those retro phones now, everyone wants them, and Sony and Nokia and stuff, they're trying to bring them back, but as smartphones, and it's just not the same. My thumbs are so strong from text messaging back in the day and doing the 3 taps to change the letter to O, you know. My father is a statistician for the Australian government. Well, he was. He's now retired. So he did a lot of the data that you see come out from Australia, like employment data, inflation data, manufacturing, etc. He compiled that data for the government. Actually, the Dow... Ooh, it seems risky though. Ooh, it seems risky. Where's Di Hang today? Can you explain a little bit about the 4% carryover in phase 1? I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean 4% profit carryover? What do you mean? No, I don't know what you mean with that. Can you explain to me what you mean exactly? I'm really wanting to buy Dow. Where did it cross at? Here? Okay. Thanks, Jay. I am thinking that Dow will go up. And I want to buy it, but the range is so wide, I don't want to have a stop that wide. It's a bit of a yo-yo, yeah. Might be referring to the 2 and 4% bonus. Maybe. Is that right, Mitzigo? Mitzigo? Are you referring to the bonus or profit carryover? I don't... It's the carryover part that confuses me. Like if I get one more trade, I might enter the top 5 It's just I don't want to lose it. I mean, didn't you guys said 4% of profit you make in phase 1 or 2? Not sure. Yes. So it's phase 1 you get 2%, phase 2 you get 4%. The phase 1 is given to you when you pass phase 2, and the phase 2 is given to you on your first profit split of a live account. Yeah, I mean, now I've missed it. I think I should have bought. But you know, sometimes it's best just not to trade. Yeah, that's going up for sure. And you know, if I bought when I said, "Oh, I want to buy," then I would already be up 50 points. I got in evaluation 100k a few days ago. Did this count for MFF versus trader? No. You would have been contacted if you were in it, but that's a good. I'm trying to figure out a way to include more people, but the next round is still only going to be 20 people because the leaderboard is very hard to maintain manually. Very hard to maintain manually, so yeah. Does I'm still bear trending. I think that we're going up, and I called it a second ago. I said I wanted to buy. I didn't buy because it was silly, but here we go up, and I think that we're going to go up quite hard. There's a bit of traffic, but it looks like the next 2 hours are probably going to be upward movement. And it's unfortunate I didn't take that actually, because that would put me at 4% already. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep, but can one still be able to request for free retry if after extension didn't reach profit target? Yes. So after one extension, you can only get the free retry. You can't get another extension. Wow. How long does MFF exist now? I mean, when was it founded, and when did you get your first live trader? It was founded in July last year, so it's just over a year old. The first live trader was about 4 months after inception, because when they first started, it was just rapid accounts, and rapid accounts take 3 months to be live. And the first live evaluation account was exactly 20 days after we launched evaluation. And that person was also the first guy to withdraw 15K, I think his name, he got. We interviewed him on one of our Zoom calls. Very nice man, passionate trader, good person, so that was great. Then ever since, like today, I think we added 160 new live accounts. By the looks of the server, that's what it approximately was. And it's growing every hour, actually. Do you plan for 10K contest? Yes, we do. We're trying to do an everyone contest now. So every entrance level. Man, I wish I took that buy. Oh, remorse. You'll be the first live trader to make over 75K? Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so, actually, because I hope that, to be very honest, I hope everyone that I've spoken to in here has great success on live accounts. Actually, there's only one time that I've been like unhappy with the person's success at MFF, and that's because that person was very mean to some staff, and I was just like upset about it. But he made money and we paid him and everything's good now. He stopped being mean, so that's fine. But there was a time where I was like, oh, I wish you just lose your money. It was just that one person who said some really horrible things to staff. We have a limit on how many live traders you can have. There is potentially a limit on how many live traders you can have on MetaTrader, but that number probably won't be reached because it's more on the number of live traders who are online at the same time. Which one is more profitable in the long run, evaluation or rapid or accelerated? I would say evaluation and accelerator are pretty similar, but evaluation probably long term you'll make more money. I made it with FTMO 200K account and I'm going to make it with you. Good. Do it. Do it. We'll pay you and you can buy me something one day. You know, food. I like food. Josh, nice work. Left to you, would you go for the evaluation or the accelerated considering the scaling rate? It depends. The guys that I talk to on accelerated who have scaled multiple times and they're having a blast with it, they like the regular income. Personally, I like the bigger account size up front. So like if I was to do a challenge or evaluation anywhere, I would say, okay, on a 200K account or a 100K account, nothing smaller than that. And I will be satisfied with that. But yeah, it depends on your situation too. Because a lot of people get their weekly payment and they're very happy with that. But I personally can wait a month or every 2 weeks or whatever for my payment. Josh, we want to see your face soon, my friend. Soon. I'm working on it. I just have to make sure that I don't get in trouble with some threats that have been made. Who just bought Dow? JJ, where did you buy Dow at? Did you buy it on the pullback? It looks pretty juicy to me. Man, you're one hell of a seller. I see why they wanted you. Did I sell something now? Any plan to upgrade from 3 account to 4 or more? For accelerated, Syrian? No, because of scaling, right? Just scale the ones you have. It's kind of like upgrading, right? This is me selling. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please, because it would be great for us and we got more content coming. If you want to buy an evaluation before tomorrow and get 10% discount, the coupon is thank you MFF10. The T, the Y, the MFF is all capital letters. Yes, threats. There have been threats made. It happens. It's normal. In Forex, I had it too, so it's fine. I mean Forex brokering. People get upset and threaten you. The last 5-minute candle, 34890. What? How did you get the worst possible price? Man, what? What's the idea behind the 12% overall? I never understood that. Well, it was made before I joined the company, but I'll be candid with you and honest. I believe that it would have been 10%, except 12% was more interesting because it was better than the competition at the time. Can I buy the challenge and take it later? Yes, you can. You don't have to start it until your first, it doesn't start until your first trade's made anyway. The problem might be that if you're waiting for MT5, you're gonna be waiting quite a while. So maybe buy it and send support a message saying to hold it. Here's the threat. I'm gonna get an account and blow it on news to hurt the company. But what if I hedge you? What if I see you go all in and I'm like, okay, news is coming out, hedge. And then you lose the account and we don't lose anything. We don't need MT5. Some people do, and I understand it. If you don't need it, go ahead and buy an account now. That's no problem. I think your buy, Jay, is going to be fine. That's my perspective anyway. At least until this top, like until up here somewhere. Yeah. If you go up here, move to break even and then just run it out. There's me giving trading advice. Can I start with MT4 then change platform once it is launched? Probably, yeah. If your account's in good standing, we don't have a problem doing that. Gold to 1788 today. What do you think? It's kind of in a squeeze. Yeah, 88 is possible. Where is that? In here. Maybe not there. Maybe. It's in this bricky range, so it's entirely possible to go back up there. It's entirely possible to touch this bottom part of the range and bounce up. I don't like the price action on gold right now. It's not of any interest to me. But yeah, it's highly likely that you will hit 1788, I think. We do need MT5. Yep, I'm okay with that. So what's the point of waiting the 10 trading days to complete the challenge? So the 10 trading days thing, right? When our competitor released without it, we did a sample on people who'd already passed, right? So they already have a live account with us, and most of them still have a live account with us. And we said, we're going to give you a new 100K at the time, 100K evaluation on top of your live account, and it has no minimum trading days, right? None of them passed, right? And we surveyed them and said, hey, what was the difference? Why didn't you pass this one the same as last time? And they said that because they were able to get the 100K in 3 days, it changed the way they thought, right? And so they were taking more risk, and eventually they broke the rules. So for that reason, we keep the 10 trading days. It is imperative to us that we don't just churn through people's money, because that's what would happen if we if we got rid of the 10 trading days. People would just lose faster and we would just make more money on fees, and that's not what we're about. So we did a trial and a test because, you know, we want to compete with our competitors, but at the same time it didn't make sense as well, because we have to protect people too. And that's the same for people who they pass, they coast, they get to live account, they blow the account, and then rinse repeat multiple times. Once they've done it a bunch of times and they haven't made a payout or anything like that, we will say, look, enough, no more. You're spending money and you're not getting any earning out of it, so there's no reason for you to keep going. What about average? It's still in rules. I don't know what you mean by that. gold about to drop, possibly, but they lose the challenge. You guys will make more money. Should be about making money. Our goals are more long term than making money today. So we make money today. That's no problem. We don't need to make more money. But yeah, it's weird. Consciously, like your subconscious tells you that it's wrong to try and do things that make people fail. We want to make people profitable so that a year from now we don't have to have evaluations anymore. We just have an academy or something, and that's it, and there's no fees, or the fees are minimal, and you know, just to pay for like servers and stuff. We're not looking to just run this model forever, because long term it's kind of weird. Average per day on 10-day, we don't have that rule in place. You can pass in one trade, you just have to last the 10 days and not be greedy and just sort of coast it out and show your patience. Make it 5 days on verification instead of removing it. Maybe. I think that the 10 days also shows a good patience rule, right? Like if you can't wait 10 days or 10 trading days, usually about 12 days, then how are you going to be when you're on a live account, right? You're going to not be patient. Like we want traders. Like when we define a trader, we're talking about traders that have that skill set, the discipline, everything all together. We're not just about guys who want a chance to burn money. It's not really what we're looking for. Obviously, if someone does that, then we are obliged, but still. We're not going to charge fees per month ever again, so I don't know. Audacity, I haven't seen much of them. I think I saw a founder interview or something with them. I'd have to take a look, but we're kind of trying to build something our own that's less about just making fees and stuff. Like we want to build something that's real, long-term, good relationships. Family has been our motto from the beginning, and that's what we're looking to do. The only thing still keeping people in funding talent is the minimum trading days. Nah. That's a weird reason to choose a company, in my opinion. But, you know, if that's what someone wants, that's what someone wants, right? So 10 days makes sense because it matches the bi-weekly payouts. Yeah, kinda. I did try Audacity, they approved me to the program, and then it's too expensive, like the spreads aren't low. Yeah, so there's a good way to make the business stable from an execution perspective, and that is with a higher spread, right? So that you can earn on the transactions. It's a little bit funny since it's company money. It's a weird math balance. The better way to do what someone with a marked up spread is doing is to trade proprietarily for the company as well as executing the trades. It takes a certain skill set, and there aren't that many people out there who can do it, but there are people out there that can do it. So yeah. The guy that says 10 days makes sense should block him for not being sincere. Maybe. I think that he's being sincere. I agree with him. But, you know, everyone has a different opinion on that thing. We have what we have, and if you like it, great. If you don't, you know, as I always say, you can stay in our community even if you're not, you know, a customer per se. You're still part of the MFF family. If you're communicating with us, you're in the stream, you're in Discord, we're good with that, right? You don't have to buy from us. You can just be part of the community. It's fine. We welcome everyone. That's how we roll, and we don't care where you're from, what your job is, who you love, or anything like that. We're fine with everyone. Trader Central Fund is the worst prop firm out there. Super high spreads with $8 commission. They just want to earn the rebates. I don't know much about them, actually. I know that they are white labeling prop firms. That's about as much knowledge of them as I have. Even if MFF increased their trading days to 30 days, I'll still love MFF. Okay, for your account, I'm increasing it to 30 days. You said you're going to love me no matter what, so I'm going to increase it to 30 days. You guys use the MT4 platform, right? Yep. We do. We're planning to add TradingView, MT5, and then a long way away CTrader. We can trade crypto on accelerated account. Yep, you can. Every account can trade crypto now. I keep hearing bad stuff about funding talent. Okay. I don't have anything bad to say, so I don't know them well enough. I do know that it's a big company, that's all I know. Wow, the Dow sort of deceived, right? Euro is now in a short-term downtrend. I'm glad I got out of my trades on the euro. This is not promising. This is definitely not promising, this shape that it's making. If the sellers take control here, look out below, right? All down here. Hi, did you cover how your company is better than other props? Sorry, I just joined the stream late. How are we better than others? I think the one thing that makes us stand out is that we have this transparency. Like, I'm live streaming, we have the Discord, we have a live chat, we're always communicating. Well, we're trying to always communicate. Sometimes things go wrong and we're there taking responsibility for them. You'd never really hear silence from us. So I think that's probably the biggest selling point. In terms of the offerings are pretty similar. The market itself as a whole has sort of consolidated into certain parameters that everyone has or has similar. But in terms of accessibility and transparency and in conversations like this, I think that we are probably the best at doing that. And that's my perspective, obviously. I don't have bad things to say about others. Just that's one of our goals is to be that transparent and accessible. What's the maximum extension for evaluation? 30 days. But we evaluate how much of an extension we give based on your situation at the time. Do you have a particular date for MT5 and TradingView? And no, MT5, it comes under quite a big tech change that we're about to do. So it only happened today, the actual agreement. But probably a month for MT5, maybe a bit longer. TradingView, the guy that we hired specifically to do that project starts in the next fortnight. So hopefully he can do it quick. It's not an easy task, but it is okay. The problem with TradingView now is we had our website go down from too much traffic 2 days ago. Is it 2 days now? A day or two ago. And TradingView is web-based, so it'd have to be on the server, and it could crash our site, right? So we have to be careful of that too. No, we don't do coupons for accelerated accounts because they are very calculated accounts where it is already the cheapest, mathematically sane possible price that we could provide. We don't even give affiliates anything for accelerated accounts. Like, if after the extended 10 days, but I still can't reach profit target but had super low DD, will I get extension again? If you, maybe, it would depend again on the situation. It's possible. Will accelerated accounts be able to switch to MT5 freely? We would just open you a new account at the same balance on that server. We'll be using Skrill at all for withdrawals. I'm trying. Skrill is a really hard company to deal with. So they've got all the ESMA laws and stuff from Europe, and also FCA laws, and their compliance is very tough. And so we have a whole bunch of expensive documents we have to get created to submit to them in order for them to even consider approving it. We are talking to them. We're working on the documents too. COVID kind of really hurt the ability to get things signed in person and stuff. So it's just taking a long time, but we're trying. Can you look at NAS 4-hour chart? Okay, I'm looking at NAS 4-hour chart, and make a candle smaller there is a chart problem. Why? Make a candle smaller there is a chart problem. I've already yeah, I need to get that fixed. I did report it already to the person responsible to fix it. I'll get it fixed. Thank you again, Seb, for pointing it out. I think you pointed it out before. For US 30 and US 100, which month to watch out? Probably December and January. They're a bit weird during the holidays and during accounting season because there's a lot of settlement and stuff. It's can cause weird movement. If on phase 2 you reached your 60 days and I've not reached my target but instead on a drawdown, can I still apply for extension? No. DocuSign is a cool tool, Josh. DocuSign isn't stamping from a lawyer or a legal opinion. It's not the same. Why doesn't the overall DD get reset after every payout period? At FTMO, this is the case. The DD gets reset every month. But it hold on a second. If you use our evaluation account and you use an FTMO challenge account, the overall DD is based on the initial balance in the pay period, correct? If that's the case, then that is the case with us as well, right? Because you'll be paid out and then you get your money and your account goes back to whatever, let's say 100K, and your 12% is still 12% of 100K. Isn't that what, I'm pretty sure that's what FTMO does. I mean, it happened to me when I withdrew from there, so. Unless you're talking about you being in drawdown, they reset your account back to square one, which do they do that? I'm confused by that statement, to be honest. Pretty sure FTMO don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. I maybe I misinterpreted what you said, Richard. Maybe that's. But if you're like giving back the drawdown, that would be a little bit crazy because you're basically paying someone who lost your money. I wouldn't be doing that. Right. Overall drawdown is based on the initial balance, right? So it doesn't move. It's daily drawdown that moves daily, right? But the overall is on your initial balance at the beginning of the pay period. So you take your withdrawal and then your account goes back to whatever, and it would stay similar, right? So I'm a little bit confused by what you're asking me. Maybe there's confusion on both sides, I don't know. So is pound yen gonna go back up? Staying in the range. Euro JPY. That daily bar is pretty gross though. So the total loss that you've made for the month is getting reset after each profit split. But if you're in drawdown at a profit split at anywhere, they don't give you back your account to what it was originally if you're in drawdown. Do they? Someone confirm that, because if that's the case, then I'm gonna go burn through some money at another company. Is it mandatory to trade at least 3 days in a week for an evaluation account? No, but you need to trade 10 times in order to pass. On our dashboard, I think if it our dashboard, I think it got more yeah, I'm working on that. That'll be a while, but I'm working on that. That's a new project that's started. Oh, he means the stat. Okay. Okay. I think, okay, if that's, I don't know. I'm trying really hard to figure out what you're talking about. If you want to, I have a contract of FTMO myself. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look and see. I'll take a look, because I mean, I trade there. I think I haven't kept that a secret, so I don't think that's right. But have you experienced that? Like, have you actually done it? It's where you've been in drawdown and they reset your balance back to break even again? All right, sure. You can email me, josh@myforexfunds.com, please. Thank you. I think that there's a misinterpretation, that's all. I think it's just a, you know, I'm not understanding properly. Hi Josh, I'm new here. Are you one of the owners of the company? No, I'm one of the directors. There's only one owner, and that's Martuza, and then there's some investors. I am, like, it's 11:30 a.m. here now. I'm here till like 9 p.m. tonight. So on stream, obviously I won't be here. I actually have to close pretty soon because I have a lot of work to do. But yeah, send it to me. I'll take a look at it. We can communicate by email if you want. Or I'm streaming again tomorrow morning at like 9:15, 9:30. So yeah, pick your poison, I guess. Choose which way you want to send it to me. We can communicate either by email or tomorrow on stream. That's fine. I'm happy to go through it with you. That's fine. I think that there's a misunderstanding, so that part we can clarify that, and it'll be okay. Yeah. I mean, I have had a drawdown month with them and they didn't reset my balance, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't say for a fact. I think that I truly think there's a misunderstanding here. So let's sort it out. Like you email me what you mean, and we can have a conversation about it, because I don't think I'm understanding correctly what you're saying. Thanks, Ahmad. It's great to see you here again. I see you here quite a lot. That's great. EURUSD moving up now. Yeah. I mean, there's only so much paint you can watch dry, right? Or grass you can watch grow. Spoiled my fading ritual. I'm gonna have to find a faster pair for fading this next time. Probably do it with one lot trades on US 30. It'll be harder, but I could probably do it. Wow. I am surprised the Dow did not punch through up there. I'm really surprised about that. Okay. If Shub is right, then that makes sense, and that can be a dashboard change that we can do. If that's the case, that's fine. If that is the case, yeah, I mean, we can change that. There's no drama there. Typing, chatting, it makes it hard to explain. Yeah, I get it. And the internet and text and like it's everything is difficult on the internet, right? But we love the internet so much that we make it our life. All right. Okay, guys, I have work to do. So if you have any more questions, go ahead. Please like, subscribe, everything like that as well on the YouTube. On the YouTube, I start to sound like a grandpa. The coupon, if you want to buy an evaluation for 10% off, is thank you MFF 10, capital T, capital Y, and capital MFF, and that's valid until tomorrow evening Eastern US time, New York time. So if you plan to buy an evaluation, that 10% is good till then. If you can. Tomorrow is the last day of the MFF trader, so I'd hope to see you guys here again. I think we're gonna do more streams in the future, but not every day. Probably like a Tuesday, Thursday thing or something like that, where we can do just sort of like what we're doing now. And maybe, I can bring in other people too, and they can show some analysis and stuff. Like, Vuz is good, Connor is good. We'll figure out something. I know that they are doing MFF versus Trader next. So I don't think they have a streaming computer, so maybe I'll do it with them on Zoom so that I can show you guys. And from there, we'll figure out something, but probably Tuesdays and Thursdays from after tomorrow will be when I will do some sort of stream. Mohammed Zubair, the code has been posted by Shub there, so if you can, it's thank you MFF 10, that will give you a 10% off. I bought valuation for 50K just today. Can I get 10% cash back now? Try contact our support. Maybe I will let them know. The login is not working. When that would be fixed? If you are one of the people who have reported to support, we have just allocated a bunch of staff to fix that. So hopefully today it will be all fixed. Better on Discord is working perfectly there also. Yeah, we as a company would like to use YouTube because it helps us grow. So yeah, we'll figure out something. Anyway, guys, it's again a pleasure with you all, guys and girls and everything in between. I hope you have a great day and good luck with trading in these markets. Take care. Remember your risk management. And hopefully I'll see you all on the live server soon. Have a good one, everyone.